So this story has been going viral all over the internet of this woman who was allegedly hit with a brick on the side of her head. And from the clip that she posted, the first clip alone, it looks really bad. When you see she's screaming at these group of guys who were standing around who allegedly watched her get hit with the brick on the side of her face.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a
brick is.
Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number.
What brick
and
is?
all y'all just watch.
Y'all
see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me? I've done to anybody in my life to deserve this. I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a corner. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
It looks bad just from that clip alone because you're like, she's like, why isn't anyone helping? Why did all these guys just stand around and watch me get hit with a brick in my face? And now, just from seeing that alone, it looks really bad. It's like, did these guys really just stand there and watch this woman get hit with a brick? Is that really what happened? But I want to preface this by saying assault is wrong, no matter who is doing it, no matter whether it's a man hitting a man hitting a woman, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. Assault is illegal and no one should be doing it and not getting in any legal trouble. As adults especially, there are always other ways to solve your issues rather than getting in physical altercations like this, especially when you know that there might be legal consequence to doing these things. Like, it makes no sense. Assault just it's the fact that she was hit with this brick is just, all assault is should be deemed as illegal, immoral, and wrong. Just those facts alone, you say, okay, I feel bad for this woman. You know, she sounds like she went through something very horrible. But then you look her up and you see what she's done, and it's just, I'll let y'all watch.
This is for the fact that you're a white man and I'm a black woman. I have less privilege than you. Thank you.
Oh, I feel bad, man.
Don't you ever fuck with me on a thing ever again. Happy Pride. I hope every black woman is kissing another black woman, because we are the innate protectors and the providers. We protect societies, we protect communities with our intellectual property, with our lived experiences, with our breast milk, with our bodies. We're the ones. And the two. Bitch, not even the three. Because men are not providers and protectors, not innately, because they only protect what they possess.
And I don't know. I just think it's insane that you can stand around screaming, why isn't any guy helping me? Why isn't any man helping me? And then also post TikToks of you saying women are protectors. Like, and then going around, you're assaulting other people. You're assaulting these white men in these videos, but then you're mad when you're assaulted. Like, it's a lot of hypocrisy. And I think that it's just the climate of today where you have so many radical people on each side that it leaves so much space for people like this who can take advantage of both sides and say, oh, I want to fit in with the traditional and conservative side, and I should be treated like a woman. Guys should step in and be chivalrous. But then you want to also be a part of the left-leaning side and say, oh, but I'm also a strong, independent woman and women are protectors. Like, do you not see the paradox? Do you not see the hypocrisy in that? It literally makes no sense. You can't have both. It's like you want to have your cake and eat it too, and that's not the way the world works. It doesn't. in today's society, we have been primed to believe that there are no differences at all between men and women, like not even biologically. And even there's people in higher institutions, higher places of learning, who are studying this and are thinking that it's true, that there are no differences at all between men and women, not even biologically. And it's like, okay, if that's going to be the climate that we're going to create, that everyone's equal, men and women are equal. If the current climate of the world is going to say, okay, men and women are equal, there are no differences between them at all, not even biologically, then okay, we're equal in all aspects. You can't have some aspects of our culture or of social norms where we're still heavily leaning into conservative values and traditional things that traditionally are right leaning, and then you also want to have a world where we're completely equal and there's no difference between us. It makes no sense. And this is why I think this happened, and why I think those guys just stood around and did nothing, is because you've told men for decades now that there is no difference between men and women, and that there are no roles. These roles are all social constructs, and that just be whoever you want to be whatever you want to be. And then these men should have been allowed to just stand by and not do anything, because the roles are socially constructed. Why should us men have to jump in and save you? You know, like that's the world we have built, that we currently live in right now. Modern men aren't just gonna crash out for women anymore. Like it's just not happening. If we're equal and there are truly no differences between us, then us men shouldn't have to sacrifice anymore, which is a masculine imperative. But if that is just a social construct, then why should men have to sacrifice? Why should we have to intervene? Why should it be us? In a chivalrous society, men would have gladly intervened. If masculinity was as normal as it should be nowadays, this wouldn't have happened. We would live in a moralized, chivalrous society where the men would gladly have stepped in and helped this woman who was being harassed by a man or hit with a brick by a man. But chivalry is inherently unequal. It's literally us men. Chivalry is where men literally treat women better because they're women. Like that's inherently unequal. You can't say we're all equal and you want everyone to not have any differences between them, but then also say that men should be chivalrous. Like it doesn't work.
Guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at some of the videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any men have a right to hit a woman, especially with a brick. Nobody deserves that. But at the end of the day, there's more to the story. She's not as innocent as she's trying.
Now, lastly, was all this exposed as a big hoax? Allegedly, this woman might have not been hit with a brick at all. Like that might have been a made up story. Just watch this clip.
You know who contacted me? The nurse. The nurse from the alleged hospital was not a hospital. It was a clinic. And this is what she had to say. Yes, she came in to get the saline extracted from the side of her face, which means she never got hit with a brick. She injected saline into her face to create the lump. That's why she wore the ski mask, so y'all wouldn't see the lump that she created. Don't forget, she's in the medical field, so she has access to saline. Anyway, let's finish reading. She claimed it was a botched beauty treatment. That's definitely our med check, not the hospital. She must have filmed that little clip while waiting on the nurse after asking her to put on the gown. And y'all fell for this. Y'all fell for this. This is the nurse from the clinic. But I couldn't, she gave me other receipts, but I can't show you those receipts. She wanted to prove to me that this was fake. And she begged me not to show you all those receipts because it could get her fired. So we are not going to give you those receipts, but I'm here to tell you, that woman lying for money. Go to her Instagram. You'll see the other video when she did the same shit.
So if she truly did get saline injections and this whole thing was a big hoax, then I think this deserves legal action, obviously, because she's garnered not just attention, but she's garnered revenue off of this. People have sent her money. She set up a GoFundMe. And if this was all one big sham, one big hoax, then she should not be able to keep everything that she's earned through doing this big scam, this big charade. Like, it's insane.